Have you recently started a new business? Maybe you're a brand new real estate investor. This message is for you. Hi, my name is Dee Dee Huey with Sage Solutions, a bookkeeping firm for real estate investors. I have a free tip for you guys today. So, because I'm a bookkeeper, I love talking about finances and the cost of that is to do business and things like that. So, I wanted to share with you a free option of tracking your finances. Yes, I said free. And this is not going to be your conventional way of tracking finances. I would not suggest you do this if you have a large, mature business that's been around for a while. This is a tip for just the newbies who are trying to watch their expenses. Maybe they don't have a lot of money because they're just getting started, right? So we all know there's a lot of cost associated with getting a business started. So I wanted to share this free way with you guys. So let me share my screen with you. So as you can see here, this is a Google Sheet. Yes, it's a spreadsheet. I'm crazy about spreadsheets. Anyway, so that's a side note. So what we're going to do is start a new spreadsheet. So I would suggest that you do this inside of your business Google Drive. I would not suggest you putting this inside of your personal. We want to keep personal, anything that has to do with personal in a personal drive, personal finances, and then business drive, business finances. Let's really just practice in keeping those two things separated. So what we're going to do is open up and start a new sheet, and you can name this whatever you want. I am going to name this, just give the initials to my real estate business, and we'll do something like bookkeeping 2021. So you want to be sure to name it something that has to do with bookkeeping, finances, and definitely something that has to do with the year, because we are going to use a bunch of tabs across the bottom, and it would just be so much simpler for you now and for your bookkeeper later to keep to find what they need when everything is boxed into years. Okay, so this sheet, we are going to rename it, and we're just going to name it January. So what you want to do is to create the first spreadsheet first, because what you can do is duplicate this 12 times. So we'll have this section, we're going to call it income, and you'll need 3 rows. And then this section could be expenses, and you'll need, not rows, I'm sorry, you'll need 3 columns for this one as well. So you've got this whole section down here is going to be for income, and then this one over here is for expenses. Then what you can do is come down here to the bottom and click the plus sign, and it will create another one, but you'll see it's blank. So we want to delete this one and actually go to the January tab and create and click on duplicate. So when you duplicate it, it gives you a copy of January, and then it has your columns and your labels already there for you, so you don't have to recreate it. All you have to do is just change the name to February, and then you'll do that all the way down to December. Okay, so let's go back to January. So we have this income section, and we could really glam this up and do all kinds of things to it. I am pretty picky about my spreadsheets. They have to have color because I love spreadsheets, and they need to be fun, and they need to be easy to read. They need to have separations and things like that. So anyway, what we're going to do is come over here, and we're going to add the date to this column, and then this one's going to be, we could do memo in this one, and then amount in this one, and the same thing over here for our expenses, date, memo, and amount. And we could bold these if you wanted to, just play around with it and make it yours. Okay, so we need to make this just a little bit bigger. All right, so your income is, say you got some Christmas money from grandma, and so you're going to put this in the bank on January the 1st, 2021. And You could do, label it, name it something like gift from grandma, and she gave you $3,000. Okay. So this is where you're going to keep track of all of your income for just January. So um, this is what I would suggest. I mean, you're going to easily, you could run out of this $3,000 in January and not have any money left over. And you may be using personal money to fund the business or continue to fund the business, because it can take a few months before you actually get an income coming in when you're new to real estate investing. So, but this is just, like I said, just for example's sake, I just want to show you a free way to keep track of your finances. So I may get some comments back from some of you guys saying, I can't believe that you would tell somebody to start their bookkeeping in a spreadsheet. Listen, I'm just trying to help you guys, like I said, with the cost. So this is totally feasible. This is something that you can hand over to your CPA, and he would know exactly what to do with it in order to file your taxes. And then when this is too much for you to take over and you do want to use something formal like QuickBooks Online, then we've got this data that kind of gives us a history of your business that we can apply to QuickBooks Online, and that kind of thing. So anyway, so what we're just going on with the spreadsheet, what we're going to do is now we'll just pick a date in January. Let's say you bought a list from ListSource and you paid $65.49 for it. Okay. And so that was your buyer's list. So maybe the next day you're going to come back and you're going to buy your seller's list. So you could do ListSource, and you could even put something like seller's list. You can put anything you want to in the memo section, just to kind of give you an idea and remind you what this transaction was for. So maybe this one was like $103.14. Okay, so what you're going to do is just keep coming in here and add all of your transactions, your expenses, right? And so at the bottom, eventually you'll have, a grand total that QuickBooks will be able to total for you of what your total expenses were. And then you'll have a total for all of your income. Now, another thing that you could do is easily add where the expenses come from. So, if this was money that you used from grandma's money, then you wouldn't have to keep track of it. But what if you ran out of grandma's money and there's the $3,000 is gone? Then you could, add another description in the memo section. Say call rail subscription from personal account, something like that. Okay. And so you have to stretch this out if you get too far. So that way you can kind of keep track of what funds were funding your business, right? So was it your personal funds? Was it grandma's gift? Was it funds that you borrowed from another friend or family member? So this is one important reason why you should keep track of your expenses, so that you can pay those people back. So that's it. That's the tip for today. I just wanted to share with you guys a free way to keep track of your finances for your real estate investing business. And of course, when you're ready to move over to QuickBooks Online, feel free to reach out to me, Dee Dee at Sage Solutions. Take care.